People are totally deluded by neuroscience results. You can give people a bogus explanation for something. Then I give you the same explanation, but I add the phrase, brain scans indicate. Boom, second group thought, this is great stuff, this is science, this is a real explanation. I think it's because we're dualists. I think it's because we naturally think a person is different from their body. And so when we find a brain is active when somebody does something interesting, we don't think, ho-hum, of course, what else could it be? We think, wow! We see our bodies as separate from our minds. You would ask how this conception will change. I think this conception will prove tremendously robust. I have 2 kids. I've never spanked them. If all of a sudden a bunch of labs came out and said spanking is good for kids, I wouldn't listen. But maybe we should be resilient. It pays not to trust scientists. There have been some good studies showing techniques on how to teach kids to read. And I think it is having, and in that domain, it is slowly and slowly having an impact, but it's a real puzzle why it's taking so long to have an impact. If you ask people what their greatest pleasure in life is, they'll think it over. Maybe they'll say sex or food or family. They don't spend most of their time on sex. They don't spend most of their time eating. They don't spend most of their time socializing. They spend most of their time in worlds that aren't real, daydreaming, fantasizing, reading, watching movies. The importance of participating and thinking about and getting pleasure from things you know aren't true is something that has been largely ignored by psychologists and by neuroscience.